Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardcore Heroes.
Here we are. All right. How do you want to get to Outlast, Sean? Shall we hire a carriage or can we sail?
Jeeves is a wonderful carriage driver.
You own a carriage and a carriage driver.
Yeah.
What?
Although if he leaves, we need a proper attendant for this house, Malachi.
But do we sail to Outlast? Is that the way to do it?
I suppose we could. How far?
Sailing is possibly the fastest way. The other way would be to take the road to Fenden and then a boat to Kershwick and then sail that way.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
I think it might be easiest to go around the Frostlands and then.
That's definitely the easiest. It's going to be maybe a little longer to do it this route. A little longer, but then you just pay one person, one fee, and you're there.
Yeah, and we don't have to worry about all this travel crap.
Once we're there, we can make a circle and...
Well, we'd have to have somewhere where we could keep the circle safely.
I'm sure we can find somewhere.
Maybe. But yeah, I think going by ship might be the way to go.
I did hard.
Although maybe we should do some more preparations here before we sail out to Outlast, like get our protection scrolls ready.
Okay, I had a bad experience the last time I went on a ship.
Yeah, you didn't tell me much about that. You had just gotten back.
Yeah, well, I was planning to head over to Shirebrook. This is before I'd learned the teleport spell. And I was sailing with the army. They were heading over to Whiteshore to siege it. And the whole fleet of ships we were attacked by like a kraken or something. I'm not sure, some huge underwater monster. I tried to I took flight into the air to try and avoid the ship being destroyed and made some attacks against the monster, but it singled me out and dragged me down under the waves. I thought I was dying. That's where I lost my staff, by the way. And then I awoke somewhere else with some of the sailors. And I was down there for a long time. I met it seemed to be the home of some elf that had lived for thousands of years beneath the waves. And time didn't feel like a straight line, but I studied with her and spoke with her about many wondrous things. I can't quite remember the details specifically. It's hazy. I don't really recall too much about it. I think she's modified my memories so I can't return. But I learned a great deal of spells and magic down there, and she taught me teleport to return home. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't have a repeat of that incident. I could do without fighting a kraken.
Hopefully
But
not.
first, you should make your scrolls, and I'll set to fire trapping every single thing that somebody might want to steal.
Maybe just fire trap the door to the treasury.
I'm gonna fire trap all the chests in the treasury too.
Yeah, okay. But don't have, because Jeeves will get drunk.
Oh, I can attune him to it.
I know, but he'll bring a girl. You went. It was when you were away, but
If he brings a girl into the treasury, he deserves whatever happens.
I came to check on him, and he was surrounded by two naked young ladies. And I think he was having them wait on him, so it wouldn't surprise me if he said, "Go and get me a drink," and they wander into the treasury, and next thing, well, you know.
Well, Jeeves.
It's dangerous business.
We can add a sign to the door for your own protection. Keep out. How does that work?
Yeah, say
Like that has worked on treasury doors and on tombs. Cursed tomb, do not enter. Yeah, sure. Let's just open these doors.
You could just put thieves will spontaneously combust.
Oh, that's specific and terrifying.
Yeah,
maybe.
it is. Especially if they know it's a wizard and a cleric who live here. Yeah, that's
true.
Work.
That's true. I guess if the wizard and cleric lives there, any sort of warning would be pretty good.
I like keeping it vague though, just like for your own safety, keep out. I like that.
All right.
It's like what is going on in that room. But yeah, so I'm gonna sort of sort our whole treasury and get everything locked up into treasure chests.
Okay. And Neal, I can make potions, right? But only a small. I think I get 3 recipes. Did you say when Georg made level 9?
Sure. I would have to check a lot of source books, and I think we're just going to kind of gloss over that. So 3 seems reasonable.
Yeah. So how many are there in the DMG? And I'll just roll 3D, whatever there are.
Well, you can't make all potions, right? Like a healing potion needs a cleric specifically.
Potion
does it?
vitality is banned.
Yeah. So why don't you roll me a d6 and a d20
Okay.
in tandem? 2 and 7. That is a potion of diminution. Diminution,
Diminution, probably. Hold on.
What's that do?
it shrinks you, I think. Yeah. You shrink down to 5% of your normal size. Potion of reduction.
Well, that's no use to me, so I will roll the next one.
Actually, hold on.
where-
Let me give you a. I want to use my new potions, not the old DMG potions. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
We got better ones. Where are economics potions? How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We got 16 here, so give me a D16 twice. Or 3 times. Yeah, perfect. All right, so the first one you have gaseous form.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Reduction. You got it anyway. And 16, 15, 14, 13. Number 12, water breathing.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna make any of them right now, but I
Sure.
will make some scrolls of protection from petrification.
Okay. And with stone skin, I think that's a good enough spell to. You need some base spell regarding protection or petrification to work. So like stone to mud or stone to flesh, stone skin.
I have stone. Yeah,
Any
I
of
think
those
that makes
would
sense
work.
actually, because like stone skin is like controlling stone as a protected barrier instead of a
Right.
destroyed.
Yeah. So I think if you have any of those spells that sort of do that sort of thing, you can make this happen, which you have. So you make a few scrolls.
Takes me
s-
6 days for each one.
Okay, so we're gonna be here for a while. That's fine. Before you start, I collect a vial of blood from you at some point.
Sounds like some nasty blood magic. What's that about?
I'm a cleric. I'm a good and honest cleric. I can't do nasty blood magic. Don't worry about it, Malachi.
Yeah, sure. All right. I assume it's to ward. To
Yeah,
allow
it
me
is.
to
It's
rewards.
I'm gonna use it to attune you to my fire traps.
Does it take 6 days to make these scrolls, Neal?
That's what I'm trying to double check. I think so. 6 days of work. Yep.
Okay. So I'll make 2, 3.
Yeah, hold on. The base percentage is 80%. You get 1% less for every level of the spell, and 1% more for your level, and then plus 5% for making it on nice paper. So stone skin is a fourth level spell? Fourth
I
level?
tell you to do them on separate pieces of paper. Don't do them on one long scroll.
Yeah, definitely.
So 80 plus 9 minus 4 plus 5 is 90. So 90% chance for the scroll to work every 6 days.
Great. So I'll make one in the first 6 days. But I'm basically locking myself away in the basement and have Jeeves bring me food and water.
Right. Perfect. I get to roll this shit in secret because you never know if it works or not. So.
Well, he knows if it fails. He just doesn't know if it's cursed, which I'm going to handle for him.
Ooh, is that how it goes?
96 to 100 is a curse.
So if it fails, there's a
But if I remove curse on a scroll, it dissolves into dust, which is why I told you to do them on separate pieces of paper, so I can do them on them separately.
It only dissolves if it's cursed.
Yes.
If the number rolled on the percentile die is equal to or less than the required number, the attempt succeeds. If the roll is higher, the attempt fails, though the player has no way of knowing this. If the attempt fails, the scroll is cursed in some way. That's different than.
Okay.
Oh, but okay, no. I think what you're talking about is the.
I was
better
thinking
rules.
identify or something.
No, I think you're talking about these spells and magic ways of creating things, which is probably what we should be using instead.
No,
of
it says cursed in some way, so
Yeah.
it's the same thing. I can decurse scrolls, but it dissolves them when I do.
A remove curse spell will cause the faulty scroll to turn to dust. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I told him to do them separately, so I can do them separately and not kill all of our scrolls if one of them fails.
So we can actually ensure that they work because they'll be cursed in some way.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like identify where you could fail or get a false reading, but it always imbues the magic. It just might get imbued wrong.
All right, so I go until I've got 3. So it might be if I fail one and you disintegrate it, we wait another 6 days and I make another one.
Okay, cool. So I'll just roll a bunch of shit in secret, but you're gonna remove curse on all of them anyway, right? So it doesn't even matter.
It's just how long it
Yeah.
takes.
Okay, so how many scrolls did you want?
3.
Sweet. You get 3 in 21 days, in 18 days.
Yeah, great.
Maybe
The only
20 days. Maybe
Okay,
like a
yeah.
day of rest in between. Yeah.
So
During this time, I get some blood from Jeeves as well, and I fire trap like the door to the treasury and all of the stuff in the treasury, which should normally not be a problem because we have that stuff knocked, or we have wizard lock on the door to the treasury, so it should be pretty hard for people to get in anyways. But just as an extra layer of security.
Okay. Okay.
you got 3 of
Perfect.
them.
Basically, fire trap. If they open the door and they're not attuned to the spell, it blows up in fire in their face.
Right. By this time, so between the giants and the resting of the giants and the making of all these scrolls and the hiring of help and everything, it's going to be about the new year when you take off.
Oh wow.
And with 20 some days of all this work and all this other stuff going on, I believe the dwarves will probably be mostly finished with their thing. There's a few bits missing that I think you guys can fill in. Like, how do you want to be able to get down to the bottom level? Like, at some
I
point,
think there's
want
like an
one of you-
outside staircase, right?
Okay.
Like we take stairs that connects in on either level.
Right. If at some point either or both of you could doodle what you have in mind for this
Sure.
place, that would be hella awesome.
Okay.
I think
Um,
the entrance should be from the basement in the house, maybe like a tunnel from the basement to the.
No, I don't want to connect to the house at all.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
But yeah, I'll draw something for you. I think Van, like during Malachi's research period, because it takes me like 2 days to do all of my fire trap stuff. I like kind of, because I used to be a stonemason, so I kind of like watch the dwarves work and kind of see what they're doing and take an interest in the work.
Yeah, give me a charisma check, actually, with this.
That is
They're
a pass.
thoroughly impressed that you know your shit about stone. Usually when humans are watching us work, you know, they give some sort of remarks that betray their ignorance. But you've got a little bit of dwarf blood in you, I bet.
Well, I grew up. My father was a stonemason. I didn't become a cleric until he died, and I didn't really have any other means but to go to the church.
You sure you're not half dwarf?
I think
You're
I might be a
little
bit tall for that.
Yeah. All right. They seem pretty happy with you on the whole. They think you're a good person and they like you.
Yeah,
In fact,
Malachi might be mad about this, but I ask if they know anyone who's we're looking to get some more help around the house, particularly with the idea of like keeping trespassers off since we're traveling a lot. And I ask if they know anyone who might be interested in that kind of work.
I got a cousin, lives in Tharnham. He runs a little mercenary guild over there. I'll send him a letter, see if he can bring some folk this way.
Yeah, and then he can just send him a letter, get him in contact with me, and we'll iron out some details.
Excellent.
What's that for?
Hiring,
Nothing.
like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't
It's
worry
okay.
about it. It's fine.
So yeah, 20 days pass.
20 days pass, you get your shit done, and you get ready to sail.
Yep. Did any of the scrolls dissolve to dust?
Nope, they all passed. Flying colors.
Great.
Great.
Yeah, I guess I'll go spend a little bit of gold to get like scroll cases for each of them separately. This is kind of the issue of doing separate pieces of paper is we have to protect them all.
You know, before we go to Outlast, maybe we should visit Darth. What do you say?
He's all the way over in Misty Rapids though. That's quite a ways out.
He's in Copper Hill, but we could teleport over there. We spent quite a bit of time in that tavern where Joris was living.
Yeah, but if you get it wrong, we might die, and You know, if somebody's standing where you want to teleport to, they might explode.
Could happen. No? Alright, fine.
I think it's okay. We can worry about it. Maybe before. Well, I guess we want to kind of get started as soon as we go to Outlast. Do you want to? Actually, yeah, let's do it. We don't really have time to do anything in Outlast today, so I think we can go visit in Copper Hill, and then we can do the Outlast stuff starting next time we play.
Yeah.
So you're gonna teleport to Copper Hill.
So I think if Van leaves behind some of his gear, I can reduce him and teleport us over there, which is the play that...
Wait, why do you need to reduce my gear?
Can't you do like 500 pounds of stuff?
Oh, can I?
Van's not that big.
Yeah, I'm like 200 pounds, and then maybe like an extra 70 to 100 pounds of gear.
Yeah.
Let me see.
250 pounds plus 150 per level. Oh, for a
Above
level
10.
above 10.
So it's only 250 pounds, so I probably could
If you
do it.
reduce me, that's fine.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
reduce you, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
reduce me and then dispel magic as soon as we get there.
Great. And give me a 1d100, Nick.
I assume you're saying it's like the second floor of the place, so that we
Yeah.
don't go into the ground.
Yes.
It'll be fine. No one's ever fucked up a teleport spell and died because of it.
19.
We're good.
Oh, totally good. Yeah. You're on target. So you appear in the like attic of the tavern. No one is aware that you guys are here at all.
Do you think we should like jump off the roof and then go back in the front door, or should we just climb down?
We'll just go down. Let's wait for your reduce spell to wear off,
Sure.
otherwise it may shock them.
Did you not bring dispel magic? I told you to, Malachi.
No, I risk dispelling your magical gear.
No, you can target. God damn it, Malachi!
Alright, so we wait it out. It takes
All right.
probably takes
Takes a little while, yeah.
You guys are like up in the attic playing cards for a little while or something.
But it's like really hard for me to play cards. I have to like look at one card at a time and move it.
All right. Eventually, you guys hop out a window and walk in through the front door.
Yeah.
And there is Sheriff Darf. He's standing on a table, a long sword in hand, wearing his chainmail with a buckler in his other hand. And he's like making this motion, like swinging towards the ceiling and regaling the people here about this time that he fought a werewolf and how he had to hold it off tooth and nail while the puny wizard and the frightful cleric made their escape and Darf single-handedly fended off the werewolves.
I think
I'm not even gonna challenge that. He was a badass with the whole werewolf thing.
I applaud his story as he finishes telling it.
Yeah, he looks around and like does a double take, sees you guys, throws his sword to the table, hops off and runs over to give you guys a big hug.
Ah, Duff.
Malachi, Van Helsing, my god, it's been so long. I've changed a lot. You two look more or less the same. How's it going? Guys, thing is, this is the cleric and the wizard I rescued. Guys, say hello to the people.
Oh, remember, he's got one eye, so he's got like a badass eye patch as well.
Yes, he
How
does.
did he lose his eye?
The werewolf that he so bravely fought off.
Yeah. Spice tells the story every night for the last 2 years.
Duff, I'm so pleased to see you alive in this town, not overrun by demons.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make it up here.
You know, it's not the demons, and this is gonna sound crazy. It's the kobolds.
What do you mean?
Fucking millions of them, man. They're overrunning the entire countryside.
Can you not get
Like-
Joris to blow them up?
You hit them with a fireball and you kill 30, and there's like 600 more. We've been able to keep them at bay, but the outlying villages are constantly under raiding.
Is
One
there
way
a
or another.
specific borough that they all live in?
Metallic kills entirely. They just swarm the place. And the woods, holy shit, the Bramblewood, overrun. Thistle Forest, overrun. My
Wow.
God.
Just with kobolds.
Kobolds. I know, you wouldn't expect kobolds to be a problem, but I mean, they're not that bad. You know, they come in, they steal people's shit. There aren't really a lot of deaths. They're just a nuisance. God, are they annoying.
And they just, never used to be this many of them, right?
Never.
Hundreds, huh?
Thousands.
Martha must smile on them.
Tens of thousands, I don't know. Anyway, what brings you to Copper Hill?
Well, Malachi
your
said he sent you a message and got a response.
Yeah, that was some weird shit, man.
Yeah.
I sent you one about a month ago, too. I'm glad to see you're both doing okay. I wasn't sure if you were alive at the time.
There was a weird thought that came to mind, and I thought you were talking to me, but I was really
it's a little bit
drunk.
more vague.
I was like wasted, and I kind of just thought I was hallucinating, so
Right.
I didn't
No,
respond.
I don't blame you.
Happen easily enough. Well, Darth, we're here mainly just to check that you're all right. But I meant what I said in my message. There's a place for you in Drekis if you'd come with us.
I can't abandon my people; they need me.
Yeah, sounds like you have your responsibilities here.
He pats his badge over his lapel.
Apart from slaying kobolds, is there anything that we can do for you while we're here?
The only things we'd need you to do would be big tasks. No, there's no all the small stuff we can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, what are the big tasks?
I think we're a little bit busy for the bigger stuff, Malachi. We have our own issue to take care of.
Darth, does Stromheim remain standing?
Physically, the walls are there.
With the cities overrun?
No, the city's almost empty.
Oh, wow.
The surrounding farmlands have been destroyed, and there's just not enough food to keep the city going. It gets really dark and says, there were some famines and starvations and some immigrations, and Stromheim's a shadow of its former self.
Mm-hmm.
People there have gotten obsessive and dark. The queen herself, ugh,
She lives?
it's not a good place. She lives. It's not a good place. I wouldn't go. They're also their own. We no longer over our control. We've cut ties with them. So
I see. So you're not part of Eridon anymore.
no, Eridon doesn't even exist. We are Copper Hill, the city-state.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Are you at all worried about Drekis? The war has already started, right?
Yeah, the war's been going on for a while. No. We've seen the raiders from Mystria and Drekis come round these parts. But he makes a point, and you can see that there are walls being built around Copper Hill. Mm-hmm. But between Joris and I, we've managed to keep them out, keep them away. They're mostly looking for scraps and scavengers, and they're not looking for people who are going to put up a fight. So we're okay. It's really Count Vicious.
Oh, yeah?
He's raised some banners and spears and been conquering Meadstead in that area. We don't know if he's going to turn this way or not, so we can handle it, though. Joris is a solid caster. He's fine. He'll take care of us.
Count Vicious, huh?
Count Vicious, yeah.
Do you remember when we were in Ambledorf?
Mm-hmm.
When we stole the gear
Oh,
from
yeah.
the king?
Well, to be honest, I don't think Vicious even knows about that.
No, but that was Count Vicious we were stealing from that you were so upset about. He shows his true colors now.
It's glad to see you have everything so well in hand. You've taken up quite a bit of responsibility, Darth.
Thank you. I feel like I am a new man now. I've got a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a goal, and I've got some skills under my belt. I'm no longer the... You make sure that you guys are alone. I'm no longer the shitty fighter that almost was overrun by werewolves. Sorry about busting you guys like that, but you gotta keep...
Oh, no, it's fine.
That's okay.
Look, you snuck into that place invisible and stole the book for us. As far as I'm concerned, you get to have a heroic story.
Indeed.
You're good people. You're good people.
Darth, I have a new spell I've been developing that allows me to create circles that can be used to teleport things from one place to another. Would you mind if I set one up here?
You gotta run that by Joris. He's in charge of all the arcane shit. I just hack and slash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to run it past Joris.
I actually want to go talk to Joris, so I think it might be a good time, Malachi.
No, I don't mind talking to him. I don't want to tell him about the spell though.
Well, all right. Maybe we'll see you later tonight. I think we can stick around for a day before we head out. We're gonna be heading to Outlast.
Are you kidding?
soon,
It must have taken you weeks to get here. Rest a while.
Oh no, we just teleported up into the attic a few minutes ago.
Then why don't you visit more often? What the hell, guys? It's been
We will now.
years. Come
Well,
on
we've
by.
been. I kind of give a quick recounting of what happened with the Plane of Shadow and how we're now trying to save a bunch of souls that have been abandoned.
Yeah,
And
don't give too much away about the plane of shadow.
yeah, I just give a little bit,
I-
like the rough. We were banished to another plane and had to fight our way back here.
I think I interrupt Van as he's telling this and have him temper his language slightly.
Right.
It's like it's been a little bit busy. We have there was a lot going on. We still have more to deal with.
Yeah. Those demons, you guys, you get past them okay?
Mostly, we
They
lost
were-
a Georg the Wizard died to a Gorgon.
We lost
Do
a
I
friend.
know Georg? I don't think
He
I
was
met
the
Georg.
Wizard of Misty Rapids, the Lord of Misty Rapids.
The Wraith of Misty Rapids?
You know,
The man that drained the souls of half a countryside?
I heard all those stories, but to be honest, I met him in person. He didn't seem such a bad person.
He helped me defeat the dragon, but
Yeah.
unfortunately
He saved me from the Plane of Shadow.
He died in defense of Misty
Yeah,
Rapids.
he stood in defense of his own city. As far as I'm concerned, everything I saw the man told me he was not the monster people painted him as.
I heard he was a vampire. Sucked people's life out. Fought other vampires too. A vampire who was a vampire hunter of his own right.
He killed a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He wasn't all fairies and sunshine though, Van. He had a dark side. I saw glimpses of it myself.
Well, either way, he's gone now.
Indeed.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Anyways, we're gonna go talk to Joris. Maybe we'll see you for dinner tonight if we stick around long enough.
Sure.
You
He
should
points
probably
to
get back
a
to work.
nice house in the middle of town. That's my place. Come on by whenever you need.
All right.
Talking about houses, Doff, is there
Do you live with Joris? Sorry, Malachi.
No. He maintains his hut outside of town and a residence in town, but he spends most of his time out in his hut.
I see. So where would we go to get to that?
Just cross the bridge, head west, go for a couple miles, take a right. It'll be the place with weird lights flickering on inside of it, and maybe some strange noises and some weird smells. You can't
Sounds
miss
like
it.
a pretty typical wizard hut.
I know you said that there was refugees from Stromheim. Is Copper Hill full at the moment? Do you have any spare houses we could stay in?
Oh, I've got a spare room you can stay in.
Works for me.
Sure.
Great. Well, I'll see you later. And he
All right.
goes back to work.
All right. I'm gonna head out to see Joris, and on the way I say, Malachi, you could probably set up that circle of yours somewhere in Darf's house. He seems to have a pretty large estate.
Yeah.
Although you should be careful setting up these teleportation circles. If anyone else figures out the magic behind it, then suddenly our network is compromised.
I agree, which is why I want to keep it away from Joris.
Right, but I'd also say maybe not in Copper Hill, which might fall to a completely foreign party in the near future.
That's a good point. In fact, I should probably go back to the one in Shirebrook and make sure it's secured.
Well,
Fair enough.
Yep. Either way, let's go talk to Joris. I want to speak to him about Darf.
Okay. So yeah, we head over to Joris.
All right, you make your way through the woods, following the trail and pulling off on the right. And sure enough, you see a cozy little hut, but there's no lights or smells or sounds, just a thin trickle of smoke leading from the chimney. You recognize it as Joris's house from way back when.
Yeah, we've been here a few times. This is the place.
Yeah, we head up and knock on the door.
All
I
right.
wonder if we haven't found that resurrection scroll.
You hear a voice calling from the other side. Who goes there?
It's Van Helsing and Malachi.
There's like the window at the side of the door has a curtain that gets pushed past, and Joris's head kind of looks through it, and then opens the door somewhat. Says, "Uh-huh. All right then. Whose death do I regret the most?"
The one of your friend that you tried to resurrect. I don't remember his name.
Darth's father. Darth's
Darth's father.
father.
He opens the door all the way. Come on in, guys. Come on in, and gives you a hug.
Yep. It's good to see you again. It's been a long time.
Been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see your house still stands and Copper Hill thrives.
I do all right. We do all right here.
Your wife well?
He just shakes his head and leads you guys inside. Cuts a loaf of bread into pieces and holds it over the fire with a big toaster stick. So, what brings you all the way to Eridon? Or I should say all the way back to Eridon.
We get around pretty quickly these days.
I've been keeping tabs on you guys, somewhat.
You have, eh?
I presume you got my message a while back.
Been thinking about it. Concerned about it.
Concerned about what?
Copper Hill and the force to the north.
Well, one thing I can do for you while we're here, I can send you images enough to get you familiarized with the place. You could. Do you know how to teleport?
I have my methods.
Well, if you do, I understand it helps to be familiar with the location. I could send you enough images to get you a safe teleport into Bontheris.
That's okay. I can make my way there as needed. Let's just say I'm not a big fan of trusting spellcasters these days. No offense.
Understandable. No, I don't blame you. Spellcasters have been causing all of us plenty of headache.
How
Yeah.
worried are you about Vicious?
Moderately worried. You know, it's not his armies are small. They're not very big. They're just, a few scores of troops, a couple hundred soldiers at best. I think we could hold him off. What worries me is the reports that I watched a battle once from a distance. I scried in on it. In the early morning, Count Vicious's army on one side of a field, Meadstead's army on the other side. And morning comes, Vicious's troops start headed towards the other ones, and they just broke and ran. They didn't even form up. It's like there was no organization to it. They just shattered before combat even started. That's what's got me worried.
Perhaps some wizard spell? Fear or something similar?
As I said, I'm not trusting wizards a lot these days, so that's probably it. Or something, I don't know. Some foul witchcraft is at play.
If things seem to be at a loss, please do me a favor and make sure you get Darth out of Copper Hill.
Saving that man's life for decades now. I'll take care of him.
All right, thank you very much.
If it comes to it, Joris, you should find some way to contact us, and we'll help you defend the city.
That's mighty nice of you.
It's the least we should do.
What brings you here? Is this just a social visit? He says, handing you some toast and buttering it.
We sent Darth a message, and he said to come visit. We have a short bit of time before we go off on a bit of a task of our own.
And what are you doing? What fills your days?
We're going to be recruiting a few fighters. We have a rather dangerous battle coming up of our own.
I thought Drekis was winning the war. Handedly.
Oh, we're not. It's not in Drekis. We're not fighting wars.
Where are you going?
The demons from the demon invasion. We plan to capture one of them.
Are you headed to Heatstroke to do so?
We're not entirely sure on that front yet.
What is going on at Heatstroke?
Ooh, hard to see. First you can scry on him. Not anymore, so I don't got details, but it seems all the demons in the region have congregated in Heatstroke. Yeah, and there's some weird lights going on. Dark purples and blues all over the city.
Malachi, how much should we, I feel like we might as well just bring it up here. I don't think it's going to hurt. A while back, I was dragged into the Plane of Shadow by Malchus. I journeyed to the Shadow Plane's take on Heatstroke, and there was a strange portal inside that led to this realm of demons, of demon kind. If I had to guess why they were congregating in Heatstroke, it has to do something with that portal.
We
Maybe
think that there may be
planning to bring more in, a proper army. I don't know.
There may be a portal in Heatstroke to the demon plane.
That's not a good thing.
No. No. In fact, I don't really know what anyone could do to stop them right now, but the fact that we're sitting on it not doing anything could be an issue that comes back to haunt us later down the line.
We are doing something.
It's been a year. If they haven't built it by now, it can't be too bad, right?
I'd say that's very wishful thinking.
There's something going on, Joris.
I'm very concerned about it, but I don't know what we can do from here.
What concerns me, though, is why would Count Vicious wage war to the west when to his east is a plethora of demons gathering their strength? Surely he'd seek to maintain his own domination of the county and deal with them, not leave himself vulnerable.
He could be fleeing to the west, securing some power as he moves, or he could have made an alliance. The demons were intelligent.
An alliance.
Van Helsing, you can see there's something playing itself out on Joris's face. Like, he knows more than he is letting on here. He's definitely, like, biting his tongue and struggling internally with something.
Is there something you want to share? We've been pretty forthcoming with you. I think you can do the same for us.
There may have been a small theft of his personal possessions that is a single possible origin of his raiding the countryside.
You steal something from Vicious?
Do I look like I'm stupid enough to steal something from Count Vicious?
Never did me any harm.
Well, it might have done the countryside harm now.
Why? So who stole what? What happened?
Who's got enough balls and not enough brains and enough confidence to feel like they could steal from Count Vicious?
What could you steal from Vicious that would prompt him to do this?
Why don't you ask Darth?
Oh my god.
What does Darth have?
I don't know. I'm not even sure he's done it. But he asked for a potion of invisibility, and he disappeared to the northeast for a while. Then he came back, and a few weeks later, Vicious started his campaign.
I'll talk
Maybe
to
a
Darth.
month later.
Yeah.
He is proficient at stealing things while invisible. It's a hidden talent.
He did help us quite a bit with some werewolves.
Yeah, I figured as much. I mean, you guys initially used him to help steal from Count Vicious, right? And then also
Well,
used
No,
him to help
he wasn't
steal
involved
books.
in that, actually.
Yeah.
No?
He was around for it.
He had nothing to do with it. He was with us at the time, but he had nothing to do with it.
Well, he seems to have picked up something from you.
I'll talk to him, see what it is. I think he'll probably open up with us.
All right. Well, it's been good seeing you guys. I should get back to my studies.
It's been good seeing you, Joris. I'll send you a message every now and again that you can reply to in case you need help with anything. And yeah, if Vicious is turning his eyes towards Copper Hill, then find some way to contact us.
Mm-hmm. If you, I don't know if you two plan to swap spells or whatever weird shit you wizards do, but I'll go talk to Darth, see if I can learn something about what he did.
He looks
No, I
Malachi up and down and goes, "No, I think we're both beyond that point."
Why not? It's been good seeing you, Joris.
Mm-hmm. You too.
Shake his hand.
Shakes yours carefully, and he gives Van a hug, and you guys go your separate ways. Yeah, I guess you can head back to the town.
Yeah, well, we're staying with Darth that night, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll head off to Outlast next session, I guess.
Yeah.
Or can we even go to Outlast yet? Because we don't have a portal.
You can get there by mundane means.
Well, no,
You
I'm
can-
saying like we wanted to get the people hired when
Got
we
no way to
had.
get to the Shadow Plane.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So we
Mm.
have to go to Heatstroke or something first and
Mm.
find some way to.
Well, the way to the Shadow Plane is probably near the Shadow Dragon, but I don't think that we should go there.
Yeah, no. Last time you tried that, it did not work out too well.
Because I think my understanding of what happened is that the Shadow Dragon helped Malchus open a gateway to the Shadow Plane,
Mm-hmm.
and then in exchange, Malchus teleported the villagers to the dragon's lair. So clearly the Shadow Dragon has ways through to cross the boundary, but I doubt it's going to help us. In fact,
Strongly doubt it.
I more than doubt it. I know it's definitely.
I mean, you told us about your encounter with the Shadow Dragon. I don't think it's particularly inclined toward helping you.
It knows me by name. So yes.
Oh yeah, you did tell it your name, didn't you?
I think it read my mind when I scryed upon it. But yeah, dangerous down there. But I'm not sure how else we would get to the Shadow Plane.
The portal. We have to find the portal.
No, you think the demons have taken it?
Yeah, we might have to go to Heatstroke. I'd really rather not.
Yeah. Let's speak to Doff first.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll round out the session with a conversation with Darth. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
I was going to say, are we going to call it here, or do you want to do Darth?
Yeah, let's
do
just chat with Darth real quick. It'll be like a 5-minute conversation. You find Darth in his house that evening. He is looking over a ledger of accounts and scratching his head and working out figures when you guys come to the house.
Don't you have accountants for that kind of thing?
I do, but you gotta double check their work, sneaky bastards. We had a gnome accountant here to begin with. He wrote in rhyme. All of the ledgers written in rhyme. My God.
The only thing that can make a ledger worse.
Ugh.
We went out and talked to Joris. He seems to be doing okay. He had an interesting story to tell about you.
Which one did he tell?
The one where you asked for a potion of invisibility and snuck off to the northeast for a while.
Well, my adventuring days are not quite behind me, but mostly. It was a good time.
What did you do out there?
Oh, you know, little this, little that, running around, seeing new sights for myself, new things, making friends. Yeah.
Darth, let's just cut to the point. We've all stolen from Vicious in this room at this point. We're kind of curious what exactly you did to piss him off so much. Frankly, I'm kind of impressed.
Me too.
I'm not that stupid, guys. No, I just popped my head into the town and poked around. It was a weird place. I fucked right off. Yeah.
You didn't take anything?
No.
Doff, you know I can read your mind, right?
What am I thinking right now?
You're thinking that you did steal from Vicious.
No, I'm thinking about snowballs. I knew you couldn't. I'm up to your tricks,
Have you ever
Malachi.
seen snow before?
No, but I'm thinking about it. I've heard of it. White and cold, right?
Yes, it is. Good job.
Just like Malachi's heart. No, all right. Tough crowd.
Look.
Tough crowd.
It's in your interest to tell us, Doff. We can help you with.
I don't plan to interfere with anything that you're doing here. I am curious, though.
Must have been something to steal if he mobilized his army for it.
All right. Well, I might have helped a group of friends break into Fortune and let them kind of do some stuff. I just help get them through the gate. They are the ones who might have done something. I didn't ask questions. I got them through the gate and I took off.
They didn't
As I
say
said.
what they were after.
They were cagey about it. Something about a magic item held in a basement somewhere of exceptional power, blah, blah, blah. You know, the same spiel every adventurer gives.
The kind of thing that would send Vicious rampaging across the countryside trying to get it back.
I certainly didn't expect that. I mean, when you guys did it, it was fine. Right?
Well, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't think he knew that he was going to get those items at that point.
That's the thing, yeah. We stole them before he got his hands on them.
He shrugs.
Also, we didn't exactly steal some powerful item of unparalleled power. Do you know where those friends of yours are?
No, haven't seen him since. And, wouldn't quite call them friends. They were were-rats.
Why did you help were-rats?
Darth, what are you doing?
Look,
Of all the things to say.
Look, man, I needed some help getting to be the sheriff of the town. We made a deal. They helped me secure this position. I helped them get into fortune. Seemed like a good trade.
What the hell, Darth? That is the oddest deal to make. You had some were-rats help you become sheriff.
Yeah.
How?
Does it really matter, Malachi?
Well, it's just an odd story, that's
Did they
all.
kill your competitor?
No, they didn't kill my competitor. But they did, break into his place and get some information about him, dug around in his past, uncovered some unsavory details that then later slipped out into the public, and they were all true. I'm definitely more qualified for the job. He was a fucking asshole, all right? And we just proved he was an asshole to the people, and I got the job.
What did this wear? Can you describe them to me? Facial wise, like their human forms?
Yeah. Kind of mousy looking, long noses.
Okay, so I'm gonna describe that were-rat that we saw a long time ago, the one that we fought, and I'm gonna see if any of them like ring a bell in his head.
What were-rat did you fight where and when? I don't remember
The
that.
one that was like in the town where Jimmy's
that
mom
were-rat. Okay, yeah. You describe it to him, and he's scratching his head, and he's not really sure. If you rapport it with him, he'll tell you that it's not his.
I'll
rat.
pass on it. It's like,
Yeah.
probably. It was a bit of a long shot.
Yeah, definitely not the same one.
Were-rats stealing a powerful magical item? What do you think they're after, Malachi?
I mean, who knew that were-rats even had like enough cognitive ability to
They're humans.
formulate a plan like that?
Of course they have cognitive ability.
I thought they were slaves to their base instincts.
No. At least, especially not the true. So there's the cursed lycanthropes, and then the true lycanthropes. And true lycanthropes can change whenever they want, and they're perfectly cognitively functioning.
Right, must be them then.
Yeah.
Well, this doesn't really shed any light on what's going on over there.
Yeah, I don't
but
know, man. I'm trying to just keep my head out of it. I'm worried about the, you look at the bear to try and see what's going on, and the bear sees you and attacks you. That's my philosophy here. If I just ignore it, it'll ignore me. For now.
I hope you're right, but
Hopefully, if those were-rats return to town, I would drive them out immediately.
Well, yeah, they just came by for a visit, up the river,
When?
a couple months ago, something like that.
Oh, so before the stealing.
Yeah, they showed up. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So I would not let them back anywhere near you. They probably are on Vicious's shit list.
Yeah. I almost killed them when I first found out they were were-rats, but they seemed like good folk and not as bad as the werewolves. It's fine, I thought.
They tend to not be particularly compatible with humanity.
Yeah.
Speaking from prior experience.
You're probably right. Well, I haven't seen them around since, so it should be fine.
well,
It's fine.
Darth, I feel like you've set in turn a series of events that may end up bringing Vicious to your doorstep. But let's hope that you're right, and if you keep your head low, he leaves you alone.
I hope so, and if not, I'll call you somehow. I'll wait for your message, and then you'll come bail me out. I'm just
Yes.
kidding. We'll be fine.
No, I will though. I will if that happens.
Yeah.
All right, Darth. Well, we're gonna head back, but keep safe.
You too. Stay safe, guys. And I think we can end our session here for the day.
Yep, with Van and Malachi kind of like meeting alone and talking about how Darth is completely in over his head.
Shall I roll a D100s just to make sure we can teleport back safely?
Go for it.
I'm going to the mansion though, so I obviously am very, very familiar with it.
Woo! I gotta look at the book.
No, low is good. Isn't it only high that's bad?
I'm very familiar, so a 4 is fine.
I think a 4 is probably fine.
Yeah.
There's so few opportunities to lock someone in stone and kill them. You are very familiar, so you're fine.
Damn.
Nice one.
If you had just been seen casually, you'd be in trouble.
I would be in
Well, I
trouble.
mean, the mansion is multiple floors, so I assume.
Yeah. All right.
All
You're
right.
all good.
Good times, guys.
Okay, so this has been another sequel to Hardcore Heroes. I don't really know how to frame what we do here.
Yeah, because we're not like going hard, like fully back into Hardcore Heroes, but it is a
Yeah.
continuation of the story. So I
Yeah.
guess it still is Hardcore Heroes.
I think
It's
it's still is
hardcore.
Hardcore Heroes.
Sampler? I don't know. It's something.
I'm just gonna call it Hardcore Heroes.
That's
I
fine.
think it's
Pull a discussion thread up.
Oh yeah, I think it's just Hardcore Heroes 44, right?
I guess it's Hardcore Heroes 44.
Yeah.
Cool.
How many pros did we have in the end?
If we
40.
don't count flashbacks, I think it was like 44.
Yeah, look
But
at
the
that.
flashbacks added quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
There
it
you
did.
Oh god, how do I use the new Reddit?
Oh, you go to old.reddit.com and you never look at the
I
new
would
Reddit
like to
again.
do that, but then I can't use the dark theme,
Why?
and the white screen just like burns my eyes.
When did it
God.
change?
A few months back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Piece of
fine.
shit, new Reddit.
That's fine.
It's terrible. All right, that's it, guys. I guess they're putting up a discussion thread. If you want to pop in there and discuss, that would be great. If not, we will just see you later. Our next game is Wednesday's Gnome Tomes and Catacombs, although Tuesday is Starfinder. And check out Akuba Nights if you guys are interested, because that is going to maybe be the major party that has the next massive influence in Eridon and Arcadia as a whole.
Mhm.
Gnome Tomes and Catacombs also is popping around here. In fact, they're in this area. They're actually on their way to Fortune right now
They are, yeah.
Oh.
to go steal something from Count Vicious separately. Although they're like a month or so behind you guys, so that'll be fun. So if you like to see the fallout of all of this stuff, check out the other Arcadia storylines. Any final words, you two?
No, see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Yep, see you in a few weeks, I guess.
Bye, everyone.
Play next.
Bye.
Bye.